Am I audible, sir?
Hello, can you hear me? Shall I out one Teams here? I'll join one Teams here.
You can hear me, please?
Can you hear me? Am I audible for you? Hello.
Yes, I am here. You.
It's using my mobile phone. Can you all hear me, or are you facing any troubles, any problems with the sound? Is it clear?
No problems at all. I can hear you very well.
Okay. Please, if you can hear me very well, raise your hand. Or give me a thumbs up. All right, good.
The camera, please.
Good. Yeah, we will do the camera. Okay. The camera. There is an issue.
أنا سامعك بس ما لقيت raise hand يعني.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Is it clear? But I cannot hear them even very well, by the way.
You can't hear it very well, right?
Sounds low.
Sounds low.
It seems to be that you are using only the mic from the laptop. So,
yes, that's what it seems.
Someone from the IT.
I'll have to call. Yeah.
I think محمد نعيم إبراهيم.
The mic, and we need to bring the laptop. It's possible to Dr. Hira عشان when he speaks it will be audible for them. And the camera is not working.
We are starting the session. We don't want to be late.
Wait.
So am I audible?
عليكم السلام.
Sorry for the delay. We'll be starting in a few minutes. There is just a small technical issue that we are trying to resolve.
شايفين
Just
الشاشة؟
wait, basically.
Hello, am I audible?
ظهر
There is a
الشاشة
technical
عندكم؟
issue. The people here in the room, no one can hear you.
دكتور ما سامعني؟
لا الصوت بعيد، الصوت واطي شويه. دكتوره بس لو تصبري شويه، الاي تي جايين to fix the issue.
من ناحيتكم
Just
هو
wait
الصوت
for a
واطي؟
few minutes please. Okay, we are sorry for the delay.
تمام.
Okay, sir.
Just a few minutes please. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No problem.
Yeah. Are you okay? Okay, I have the camera next to the PC.
Yes.
I'm just reading you.
Okay, the Poly Studio P15 is working.
نبدأ دكتور ولا لسه؟ Hello.
Okay.
دكتوره we are fixing the issue. Just wait please. ممكن تنتظري دقيقتين please.
تمام.
I'm so sorry. What do you call it? Certificates.
وين الاي تي؟
ايوه جي اسكت.
اتصل انا عليه على محمد نعيم.
من العين ايوه اتصلت عليه الحين. او اسكت. سوري.
لا I know it's not under your control. No. Yes. يا محمد لا انا سيب مثلا مين هناك اكثر يعني وهناك اروح انا اجلس هناك يعني هو الاحسن يختار بدك ايش اجي وعشان الدكتور بعيد يصير عرفت؟ لا مش مشكله بس حتى الكاميرا علي ما كانتش شغاله يعني فتحت من هناك الدكتور مفتح لك كاميرا اللابتوب اللي بدك خلص كده انت قاعد هون يعني يس خلص في بدايه اوكي نادي 50 بس نختار هاي بس ما شغال والله ما له مثلا اوكي هسه المايك شغال السلام عليكم. Can you hear me please?
Yes.
Yes, perfect.
Sure. Yeah, okay, so we can start. Let me just introduce myself and welcome everyone. So I would like to pass you a warm greetings from Abu Dhabi University and welcome you to this session, okay, for the ICASF 2025 conference. It's my pleasure to open the track of AI and green technologies shaping sustainable solutions. We are delighted to have you on board today in the online presentation session, and we appreciate your time and effort that you have invested in preparing your contributions. Before we begin, I believe the conference organizers, they had sent you some instructions. Just very quickly, I would like to repeat that. So you will have 15 minutes to present, including questions and answers. Try to make your presentation for 10 minutes. Then we will be 2 to 3 minutes questions and answers. Once you start your presentations, please make sure to switch on your cameras and to double check that your mic is working properly and sharing your screen. My name is Dr. Murad Al-Rajab from Abu Dhabi University, and I will be chairing this session, inshallah, today. We will start with the first presentation that we have for today. My duty, just to let you know, is to control and to monitor the time and to monitor the session mainly. The first presentation that we have for today is for Dr. Hind Al-Khujali, Saudi National Authority Applying AI in Education Case Study Architecture Program. So Dr. Hind is with us, yes?
Okay, Assalamu alaikum. My presentation today will be about Saudi National Authority Applying AI in Education Case Study Architecture Program, presented by Dr. Hind Abdelmanan Khojali, PhD in Architecture Philosophy, MSc in Environmental Studies from King Saudi University, Saudi Arabia. The aim of this research aims to study the effect of using AI in architecture school, especially design studio, in which phase and what percentage. Sadaya, Saudi Authority for AI and Smart Solution, presented several programs such as Administration and Entrepreneurship, Administration, Data Analysis and Regulation AI, Data Science and Data Analysis, and the third program, Engineering and Architecture, Architecture Engineering and AI, AI Engineering and Data Engineering and AI. Methodology of this research starts by training the students about AI programs and several workshops and webinars. Then focusing on AI in primary research, AI in the building form, AI in rendering, then at last survey distributed to the student and evaluation and development. This research was applied to Design 6. Design 6, it is level 4 in architecture and planning in King Saud University. And the process, our design studio, it's about culture center. The process starts by primary research, studying the case study analysis, site analysis, and program analysis. Then develop the project, develop elevation and sections and plans. The third phase is develop the building form, interior shots 3D and interior shots, interior and exterior shots, and AI 3D. rendering background and rendering for elevation and form. The methodology of this research starts by applying and training AI programs, distribute survey to the student in Design 6. Total number of students are 20, 2 sessions. Then the survey was designed by Google Form and distributed the link by email. 3 case study from the student works was selected and analyzed in this research. The students applied several programs in AI, such as Broomy AI, Midjourney, Minimal.com, and LuxAI.com, Chatbox, and ChatGPT. The results of this research find out that AI was applied in the primary research and achieved by 99%, into building form achieved by 74%, and in the rendering achieved by 91.6%. This is one of my student works was applied. Her concept is try to be like the sand dunes in King Salman Road, sand dunes on the meme form. Then she insert her sketches in the Broomy AI, and it gives some keywords like solid and void, and change the background like clouds and sunsets, and it gives her more than 12 shots. This is the second case study. Her projects like Orbit. The center, it's a theater, large theater, about 100 people, and inserted her sketches to the Broomy AI. It gives her beautiful shots, and it reflects sky dome, glass sky dome, and metallic sky dome surrounding by the orbit. The orbit includes several functions such as workshops, rooms, and lecture rooms, and small theater.
Can I pause you, Dr. Hind? While someone had shared his screen, please. Let me double check who's. Dr. Nikita, please stop sharing the screen, please. And Dr. Hind, can you reshare the screen?
Okay. From where we start, I don't know.
Look at the top right corner. You have a share arrow, an icon that has a share IS, and you click on a screen, please.
Screen, where the screen?
Did you get it?
Share the slide.
Yeah, share the slide. That would be yes, yeah.
في share بس يعني كلمة share screen ما ظاهرة لي.
Share slide, that's fine. Share slide or PowerPoint, that's fine. And may I ask Nikita to stop sharing her screen, please?
طيب share again.
Share and click on screen or slides.
إذا ظهرت الشاشة.
Yes, ظهرت الشاشة. Please open the PowerPoint. Yes, you can go ahead. Thank you.
Did you hear my case study 1 and 2?
Yes. You can continue, please. Go ahead.
Okay.
Thank you.
The third case study, it is apply. Maximize the screen. Apply Salmani style. Here in Saudi Arabia, they apply Salmani style. It is combination between the modern style and heritage style. And also she applied Zaha Hadid deconstructivism style. She has the courtyard at the middle of her form, and also applied the triangle on the main elevations. She uploaded her sketches on the AI, and it gives her a wonderful shots, more than 12 shots. My conclusion in this research, from our experience, the advantages of AI in architecture: AI is fast, AI it gives more than 12 shots, AI encourages the students to be innovative, AI gives future vision, and AI improve students' course learning outcome. AI let the students work in groups. AI disadvantages: it needs some regulations from the college. So we have regulation problems. There is no strategy applied by the college. AI is saving intellectual property rights. It is not saving intellectual property rights. The process of applying AI: first, download the program, upload the sketches or photos, write the number of shots, choose the theme, write the keywords, and start. Then the student can repeat the steps again to have a better result. The conclusion of my paper: we can apply the AI in primary research to develop the research of the student at the beginning of the steps of design process. Then we can apply the AI to develop the 3D form and also to change the rendering of her project in the 3D shots. Also, we found that the AI is improving the course learning outcome. And we recommended that the college applying AI training program. Also, we need a knowledge transfer through workshops, courses, webinars, and competitions. Finally, I would like to invite all the audience that we have an invitation to sign my books in Dubai, in Jeddah Fair, book fair on 18 December. I will be happy if you join me in that day. Thank you very much. And this is my contacts.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hind, for the nice presentation and the nice contribution. Anyone has any question, please? Any questions to Dr. Hind about her research? So no questions, and we would like to thank you so much, Dr. Hind, and congratulate you on signing your book very soon. Okay, and good luck. Thank you so much, Dr. Hind.
I have one question, now, Dr. Noran.
Yeah, please, go ahead.
About the publishing of our researches in international proceeding.
Yes.
I need to hear from you, yes.
I think the organizing committee will be contacting all authors, okay, about that. I don't have any extra information for the moment.
Okay, thank you very much.
Most welcome and good luck. Thank you so much. We now go to the second presentation for today. Dr. Muhammad Aslam Uddin and Dr. Muhammad Zahidul Alam, I believe from the University of Bangladesh University. Dr. Muhammad Zahid, he will be presenting exploring the factors affecting the adoption of green tech products, developing country perspective. Dr. Muhammad, assalamu
alaikum.
Yes, we can hear you, and yes, you can go ahead. You have 10 minutes. Good luck.
Just 1 minute. Assalamu alaikum. Rahmatullah. Good afternoon. Welcome to the International Conference on Advancing Sustainable Future, ICASF 2025. My paper title is Exploring the Factors Affecting the Adoption of Green Tech Products, Developing Country Perspective. My paper ID is 446, presented by me, Dr. Muhammad Aslam Uddin, Associate Professor of Marketing, Bangladesh University of Business and Technology, BUBT. And my co-author is Dr. Muhammad Zahidul Alam, Professor of Marketing, Bangladesh University of Professionals. Sorry. Okay. I have covered the following areas like background of the study, literature review, theoretical models and conceptual framework, research methodology, analysis and findings, and lastly, conclusion and implications. Background of my study, I think you can see research scholars, policymakers, and business leaders have taken notice of ecological challenges and their hazards to human health. Using environmentally friendly technologies is one way to help save the planet. The main reasons for this of the growing concern about climate change and the loss of natural resources. The Canadian Medical Association warns that 710,000 more people will lose their lives by 2031 due to long-term exposure to air pollution, and the count for acute short-term effects will reach 90,000 deaths. Research indicates that green technology or green products contribute to the attainment of the Sustainable Development Goals through their direct and indirect impacts. Sustainable development is a resource exploitations that aims to meet human needs by preserving the environment. This research is really concentrated on specifically on green tech products in the context of sustainable development, like environmentally friendlier and ecological products that are gaining more popularity. As the pollution is rising worldwide, green tech products are becoming increasingly important. Now we should know what is called green tech products. Green tech products is really environmentally friendly products. It minimizes and reduces the negative effects of human activity. It is energy efficient, organic, technologically advanced products leading to optimal resource utilization and pollution. And it also consumers have willingness to pay a premium price for these kind of products. Now I can just say something about my problem statement of this paper. In developing countries like Bangladesh, marketers have deficient knowledge on the consumer's intent to buy green products. As Bangladesh is suffering from the adverse impacts of climate change, it is considered as one of the vulnerable nations in the world. In this connection, this country needs to diminish the collision of climate change and lessen the negative impacts of natural wealth to make certain sustainable improvement as well as sustainable living position in the society. The green movement has been growing in Bangladesh, hence companies have a responsibility to lead the way in advancing the development of green tech products towards greater sustainability. In addition to that, corporate decision makers are now so much concerned about sustainable expenditure by reason of severe environmental policy and rising anxiety of stakeholders focused on ecological preservation. The research questions of my research paper are: research question 1, what are the factors influencing consumers to the purchase intention of green tech products? Research question 2, what are the relationships between the dimensions of green tech products with the behavior and intention to purchase? Research question 3, is there any relationship between effort expectancy and behavioral intention to purchase is moderated by the personal innovativeness? And the last research question is there any relationship between environmental concern and behavioral intention to purchase is moderated by the personal innovativeness? On the basis of research questions, I have developed research objectives. The broad objective of this research is to investigate the factors influencing the purchase of green tech products. To cover the broad objective, I have set different types of specific objectives to explore the factors influencing consumers to the purchase intention of green tech products, to examine the relationship between the dimensions of green tech products with the behavioral intention to purchase, to find out whether the relationship between effort expectancy and behavioral intention to purchase is moderated by the personal innovativeness, to find out whether the relationship between environmental concern and behavioral intention to purchase is moderated by the personal innovativeness. Now, I have reviewed different types of literature and prior research. On the basis of this research, I have just found out the gap on this research. You can see the screen. Due to the time limitation, I don't want to just explain this literature. So research gap, that means in developing countries like developed countries like USA, Japan, Canada, Australia, China, they have just developed or they have conducted different types of research on these issues, but there still is a need to conduct such studies in the context of developing countries like Bangladesh. So this topic is really a momentous topic for Bangladesh, and no mentioning studies were conducted in Bangladesh. So in this case, gaps exist in the literature. So you can say that there are different types of gaps, like contextual gap, factor analysis gap, structural equation modeling gap, and evaluation gap in the context of Bangladesh. in this paper, I have reviewed different types of theoretical models. Like you can see that there are 10 theoretical models. After reviewing, I have just followed the model. This is called Extended Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology model. You can see on the basis of this model, I have developed 10 I have developed a conceptual research model which includes 10 independent variables or constructs, as well as one moderating variable and another one is dependent variable. You can see dependent variable is behavioral intention to process. In this model, you can see that the performance expectancy, effort expectancy, facilitating conditions, social influence, hedonic motivation, these are the constructs that have been taken from UTAUT 2. That means Extended Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology model. And the thing that is more important here is that I have added and adapted 5 more constructs like consumer citizenship behavior, role of salesperson, then health benefits, environmental concern, and personal innovativeness. These are the new constructs I have added on the context of green tech products as well as in Bangladesh. Okay, and from these model, I have developed different types of hypotheses to assess that whether these hypotheses are accepted or not, and whether these constructs are really positively influencing the consumers to purchase green tech products or not. These are the hypotheses I have just developed here. There are 11 independent hypotheses as well as 12 and 13. You can see that these are the hypotheses based on moderating variables. So in my research, I have followed quantitative research. Primary and secondary data have been collected, and just I have used these. I have collected 284 responses from the Dhaka city respondents by using judgmental sampling technique. Data have been analyzed on the basis of partial least square method and based on structural equation modeling. The analysis part, you can see the demographic information of the respondent. Most of the respondents are male and service holders. And results of empirical research, you can see that all are the values like Cronbach's alpha, composite reliability, average variance extracted. The values are really within the threshold level. For this reason, we can say that the results of the paper, the constructs that have been taken are really valid and reliable. The results of hypothesis testing shows that 4 hypotheses have been accepted and other hypotheses are not really accepted here. In this case, we can see that the findings suggest that environmental concern, consumer citizenship behavior, health benefits, and hedonic incentives all have a significant influence on purchase intention. This result is really consistent with Bangladesh expanding ecological consciousness and sustainable living trends. In contrast, characteristics such as effort expectancy, facilitating conditions, performance expectancy, personal innovativeness, price value, salesperson's role, and social impact were found to be insignificant. However, it can be encapsulated that 3 new constructs like environmental concern, consumer citizenship behavior, health benefits are the new contribution of this section, of which was not included in the model of Extended Unified Theory of Acceptance and Use of Technology UTAUT 2 model. Overall, the findings emphasize the relevance of environmental and health knowledge in boosting green tech adoption in developing countries. So, implication of this research are this study adds important theoretical value to understanding green tech product adoption in emerging countries. The extended model identifies new causal links that influence behavioral intentions towards products such as hybrid cars, energy efficient LED bulbs, energy efficient LED televisions. Unlike earlier studies, this research incorporates context-specific environmental and health variables, filling a significant rupture in the existing knowledge. Furthermore, the findings can help producers, managers, and decision makers better promote green technology adoption. To increase customer acceptance of green tech products, businesses can prioritize health awareness, enjoyment, social responsibility, and word of mouth marketing. Now, increasing as part of the global green growth strategy, energy efficient LED bulbs, solar panels, and hybrid cars contribute their benefits. The adoption rate of these items remains based on two, which offers a strong predictive and explanatory power. The research tested and validated the better understand adoption dynamics in this context. Moreover, I can also say that United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 7, SDG 9, SDG 11, as well as SDG 17. Now, limitation of this research, it is solely based on quantitative research. So, future research can be conducted on qualitative and mixed method. Longitudinal studies have been used here, but mixed method as well as cross-sectional studies can also be used here. Now, I'm really appreciative with the authority of Bangladesh University of Business and Technology, my co-author, and the conference authority, and the Abu Dhabi University. Thank you. Thanks a lot. If you have any question, you can just ask me.
Thank you, Dr. Any questions, please? Anyone has any question? Yes, Dr. Hind, you can go ahead. She has a question. Dr. Hind, please.
Thank you for the wonderful presentation. On the research gap, you said that you have a research gap in structure. Did your research provide any new information in this area?
Yes. You can see in my slide that I have just followed the UTA 2 model. You can see extended unified theory of acceptance and use of technology model. There are some independent constructs, but my research, you can see that I have included consumer citizenship behavior, role of salesperson, that was not included. Health benefits, environmental concern, personal innovativeness. These are not included in my research. But my contribution is, the hypothesis also shows that my contribution is that here you can see, you can see the environment. Three constructs, three new constructs are the robustness of this research, and these are the new contribution like environmental concern, consumer citizenship behavior, health benefits. That are really significant in purchasing green tech products to the behavioral intention to purchase. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Mohammed, I have one question. Thank you for the wonderful presentation. Did you compare your results with the similar countries in the region, because your main contribution was only on Bangladesh? Did you compare with similar the output factors, for example, affecting people?
Please, can you repeat this question?
Did you compare your results with other countries in the region?
Okay, I have planned to conduct research based on different countries, cross-cultural countries. In the current paper, just I have included only Bangladesh, but in my next future research, I can just compare between different countries, I think.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Mohammed. Good luck.
Okay,
We go now to the presentation for today. Ms. Rina, Alas, Badru, Nisa, and Kiran. The presentation is about ethical AI for a sustainable world, a hybrid governance approach. Anyone is here?
Hello.
Rina, Badru,
Yes.
Kiran. Yeah, okay. You have 10 to 12 minutes to present. Please go ahead.
I think there's a lot of echo in the.
Someone please mute yourself, please. Someone is unmuted. Professor Mohammed, if you can mute.
Yeah, now it's clear.
Okay, yes, please go ahead. Good luck.
Okay, I hope you can see the PowerPoint, right?
Yes, we can see.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for this great opportunity to present our paper at this prestigious platform of ICASF 2025. My name is Rina Elias. I'm working as an assistant professor at University Canada West, Vancouver, Canada. My co-authors are Dr. Nisa Chand and Dr. Kiran Thakur. The title of our research paper is Ethical AI for Sustainable World, a Hybrid Governance Approach. In this presentation, I will take you through introduction, literature review, theoretical framework, research propositions, implications, and conclusion. As we all know, the accelerated pace of AI advancement and its adoption has positioned it as the most rampant transformative technology ever. Even though the transformative potential of AI supports decision-making, enhance innovation, improve efficiency, help in solving problems, it raises a lot of concerns associated with the principles of transparency, fairness, and accountability. AI has emerged as a powerful apparatus in managing government mechanisms, but still the prevailing governance structures fail to address the ethical issues posed by AI. In this context, organizations are in their pursuit to achieve UN's SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. It is critical to ensure the ethical deployment and management of AI. This study focuses on the following objectives: to have a thorough understanding about the ethical challenges of AI, to identify the gaps in the prevailing governance structures, and based on these gaps, we would like to propose a robust governance framework that oversees the responsible use of AI for sustainable development, and also to bring forth a roadmap by means of providing certain research propositions for future research. In addition, we intend to provide suggestions for stakeholders to ensure a sustainable future. As we all know, the most important or most majorly studied, widely addressed ethical challenges of AI include transparency, fairness, accountability, algorithmic bias and inequity, privacy, and data ethics. The ethical concerns or ethical apprehensions in the opacity of AI systems, also called the black box problem, underlying decision-making algorithmic mechanisms remains difficult to interpret for the users as well as the developers. The lack of transparency makes it difficult to interpret and question AI outputs, which undermines the user's trust and hinders the effective use of regulatory mechanisms. When we look at the various existing AI governance models, we identified that there is a lack or there's a gap in addressing all these ethical challenges. Even though the international organizations like European Union, the World Economic Forum, the OECD, and IEEE are instrumental in addressing all these ethical issues, there's an intense need of robust regulatory mechanisms to address all these ethical challenges. The AI regulatory sandboxes, even though they are helpful, it is having some limitations which are related to the lack of regulatory coordination across various sectors and industries. The ICALA method is capable enough to address the transparency issues that we see right now, but it lacks the data and information robustness. The AI for Good Summit, organized by the International Telecommunication Union in the UN Assembly, also stresses the importance of strengthening the governance framework and the ethical way of guiding AI skilling for the benefit of mankind. When we look at the algorithmic governance, the tremendous acceleration in the use of algorithmic governance doesn't guarantee their development, use, and execution with accuracy. The capacity of algorithmic tools to create design-in solutions through protocols can promise a more strengthened and proactive governance. So in this study, we focus on defining algorithmic governance as the use of reactive and proactive algorithms. When we come to the AI governance gaps, we have identified these gaps with the existing governance framework. The current legal and policy framework is not capable to keep up with the quickly changing AI technology. It cannot withstand the advancements of AI governance. Similarly, algorithmic governance is understood or comprehended differently by different users. There's a lack of involvement of stakeholders, particularly from various sectors. So this negligence in the significance of stakeholder involvement has also created a lot of issues. And the non-uniformity and non-inclusiveness of AI laws, because the laws are not uniform and differ from one country to another, underlining differences in the resources and focus of government in particular regions that also need to be addressed. And in most of the cases, the regulations focuses only on high-risk applications, neglecting a wide range of AI-related ethical issues. Another major gap that we identified is the reactive nature of the existing governance mechanisms. Most of the governance mechanisms works after problems occurs. So we focus on developing an AI governance mechanism which is of both proactive and reactive. We have, based on our literature review, we have focused on these two theoretical models to support our research framework. The first one is the Responsible Research and Innovation RRI model, which focuses on the dimensions of responsiveness, inclusivity, foresight, and transparency. This model calls for a multi-stakeholder strategy which ensures the involvement and the responsiveness or mutual accountability of stakeholders from various sectors and various industries. Even in the public sector, the use of RRI in governance by multiple players will ensure ethical standards, and that can in turn help in ensuring transparency and adopting ethical practices. Including ESG model into the framework will help organizations to focus on ethical management practices, social responsibilities, and environmental stewardship to mitigate the risk and build stakeholders' trust. Organizations increasingly feel motivated to incorporate sustainability into the business strategy as the role of ESG criteria continues to gain importance among the investors and regulators. And while we plan to include this RRI model, what attracts us is the interactive nature of RRI. The interactive nature of RRI ensures mutual responsibility or ensures the creation of a sense of mutual responsibility for developing ethically and socially acceptable AI technologies based on interaction and collective inputs from various stakeholders. So lack of involvement of stakeholders, that gap can be addressed here. The inclusivity gap can be addressed here. The transparency gap can be addressed here by means of incorporating RRI into the framework. So after identifying these gaps and learning these models, we decided to bring a hybrid governance model integrating RRI and ESG model. In addition to that, we thought of integrating the human oversight and algorithmic efficacy into this model to ensure sustainability. So this is the model that we propose for ensuring a robust governance practice for the organizations. This framework will result in an enhanced awareness of responsible AI usage, as well as ethical development and deployment of AI practices. Combining RRI and ESG helps the firms to anticipate positive possible implications and evaluate the societal expectations, which will encourage green innovation that leads to sustainability. The dimensions of RRI, like responsiveness, inclusivity, foresight, and transparency, focus on anticipating ethical threats early in the innovation process, incorporating diverse perspectives, uncovering and evaluating the underlying goals, and interacting mutually to ensure ethical AI that leads to sustainable growth. A concrete regulatory mechanism that addresses the ethical challenges is critical for a sustainable future. So based on this model, we have come up with these research propositions which can be a roadmap for future research. When we look at the research propositions, the first one is RP1 is hybrid algorithmic governance frameworks are crucial for sustainable future. It's already mentioned before that in addition to the algorithmic governance, if there is if we bring human into that loop, that can ensure sustainable future. The hybrid model pools the benefits by bringing human into the loop alongside with the algorithmic governance to address the short-term and long-term ethical imperatives. When we go to the RP2, the research proposition 2, RRI model emerged from the European Union programs. It emphasized on approaching the innovation responsibly rather than solving the adverse consequences after implementation. So this addresses the gap of only using reactive models. So we are now suggesting or proposing a proactive as well as a reactive governance mechanism. RP3 talks about the intertwining of ESG with the AI governance. So AI auditing and governance is sometimes considered only as a legal compliance, but when we include ESG into the governance model, that will create, it has
1 minute more.
numerous,
1 minute more, please.
Pardon?
You still have 1 minute more, please.
Yeah, okay. Implications in the investment decisions, consumer choices, and sustainable financial gains. RP4, again, it talks about embedding the principles of RRI and ESG into AI governance, which will foster the development of responsible and participatory frameworks. These are the, when we look at the implications, the theoretical implications include extension of the existing literature by integrating the key indicators of ESG with transparency, foresight, and responsiveness. Additionally, this article tries to bridge the gap between gap of AI governance through the framework by bringing the human oversight into the algorithmic governance model. The practical implications, it will help the organizations to include the human actors or include the stakeholders, and thereby bringing collaborative governance model to address the ethical issues. So the proposed framework could promise and nudge the tiller towards the inclusive ethical regulation of AI, mitigating the risks that we mentioned in the previous slides. Future research can extend the framework by exploring other contextual factors and empirically testing the suggested propositions. Thank you. Let's work together to harness the power of AI, upholding ethical principles, and embrace sustainability. These are the references used for the paper. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Rina, for this nice presentation. Anyone has any question? online or here? Any questions? May I ask one question? In your methodology, you discussed the performance. How did you measure the performance at the end? Because you had the hybrid model, okay, and one component of the hybrid model is the performance. Can you elaborate a bit about measuring the performance?
I didn't get you. Can you please repeat the question? Yeah.
In your methodology, you mentioned that your methodology is a hybrid methodology, yes? And
Yeah.
in this,
This is a theoretical paper. We have proposed a model and we have included the research propositions which can be used for empirical testing in the future researches.
okay, but I understood that, but what about the performance? Because I couldn't see that in the presentation. In the hybrid component, you mentioned that performance is there.
Performance of I didn't get who.
If you return back to the methodology slide.
Oh, okay, I think I lost the. Okay, 1 second. I couldn't. I think this is being stopped, right?
Okay, that's totally fine. I can contact you asking the question again because of the time. That's totally fine. No
Okay.
problem. Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Rina. We
Thank
go
you.
now. Yeah, thank you. We go now to presentation 4. Nikita Shetty. Nikita Shetty is here. Nikita Shetty.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just I'm
Yes,
sharing
so-
my screen.
Yeah, please go ahead and share your screen until I introduce your presentation. Ms. Nikita Shetty will be presenting an MCN identity preserving multi-object tracking in non-overlapping multi-camera networks. Yeah. Ms. Rina, can you stop sharing, please, the screen?
I'm like trying to. Yeah. Okay. 1 second.
Click on stop sharing and Ms. Nikita, please share your screen.
Sir, is it visible?
Not yet. We are stuck with Ms. Rina's presentation.
I think it got hanged. I'm trying to.
It seems to be. May I ask Ms. Rina if you can go out and rejoin again, maybe?
Yeah. I will do that.
Sorry for that, but maybe this is a quick solution.
Yeah, I understood. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Ms. Nikita, can you try to share your screen, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just a minute. So is it visible?
Not yet. We cannot see. From my side, I cannot see.
It is visible. I can see.
You
Okay.
can see it. So, let me double check. Can you confirm that you can see, please?
Is
Can
it
you see?
visible?
I don't know. From
Yes.
my side, it's not visible. The rest
I can
of the
see.
I can see it too.
Okay, if you can see it, Ms. Nikita, you have 10 minutes to present it, please. You can go ahead.
Yes, sir. So good afternoon, everybody. Myself, Nikita Shetty, a research scholar at VIIT Pune, Maharashtra, India. I'm working under the supervision of my guide, Dr. Nilesh Uke. So today I'm presenting my work, that is NMCN, a unified framework for identity preserving, multi-object tracking in non-overlapping multi-camera networks. So what is the main theme here is that we want to preserve the identity across the disjoint camera views. So for example, if the object is going through the different cameras, sometimes as it is a non-overlapping field of view camera, sometimes the object may have to pass through a blind zone. When it passes through the blind zone, it will not preserve its identity. So what I am doing is, for example, if an object is identified in the first camera, I want to make it observed in the subsequent frames. Okay, so the problem here is the fragmented trajectories. The fragmented trajectories and the identity switches is the main problem or concern. So what we are doing here is that we want to identify that particular object in the subsequent frames or in the subsequent cameras with the same identification number. So what is the limitation of the current method is that the re-identification and the graph methods are failing to work when the camera is giving you an occlusion or the viewpoint of the camera changes or there is some calibration limits. So what are the operational challenges here is that the operational challenges, it cannot be implemented on smart cities or where there is a crowd. So this is the operational challenge that we have identified. So what is the need now? The need is to design a real-time system that will preserve the identity across the non-overlapping views while handling the occlusion and lighting or camera distortion. So we have designed a hybrid model which uses the deep sort technique and GNN, that is graph neural network, which will be working on the global identity association. So in the diagram here, we can see that the edge, that is deep sort technique, is used. The deep sort technique will identify that particular object, assign an identification number to it. Those what you can call the features from that object are extracted and they are treated as a tracklet, and these tracklets will flow to the global neural graph neural network, where with the global association will be done and the object will be tracked in the subsequent frames. So why we have chosen deep sort technique for within camera tracking? The first factor for selecting this is efficiency. That is, it is lightweight and it's fast interference, which is suitable for real time because we want to implement this for real time systems. The output is a high confidence and a short-term tracklets are given as an output. In the re-identification integrations, you have the deep embeddings and the appearance features are added into it so that the re-identification process becomes more easy and more what you can call as more reliable. It can handle the crowded and occluded scenes robustly. Sorry, and the edge deployment is ready for real-time interference. So now the other thing is what deep sort contains. So deep sort contains, or it combines, the motion prediction with using Kalman filter. It uses data association through Hungarian algorithm and deep re-identification for appearance modeling. After the combination of these three approaches, we will get an output. So what the Kalman filter does is, Kalman filter will predict the state of that object, what is the position of that object, what velocity it has, and with that it will predict and update steps, and it will handle the what you can call as noisy measurements. Then what Hungarian algorithm does is, Hungarian algorithm will assign detection to that particular track. The cost is minimized because we have intersection over union and re-identification similarity. And because of this re-identification and intersection over union, that is CNN re-identification backbone, it will produce a fixed length embedding. This will be trained on the data set. This particular thing, because of we are doing the intersection over union and re-identification, it will be robust to viewpoint and occlusions. So the output of this will be a combined cue as are given as an input to the GNN, where the GNN will produce the what you can call as the similarity. It will be finding the temporal GNNs. Now those which are identified by the detection module, those are treated as edges or nodes, and each node is sought for a single camera, that is within camera. Then we have an ambiguity resolution, which will handle the occlusion or the viewpoint changes or illumination problems to disambiguate identities. Now, what will happen here in the third step will be done to the neighborhood, and an aggregation function will be applied. It will not be considered only those objects of interest or those what you can call those nodes with the weight, and all others will be destroyed or it will be avoided. Then edges will be formed. What are these edges? These edges are multimodal edges, which encode the appearance information which we have detected in the deep sort technique. Then we have an temporal information associated with it, the spatial similarity with the weighted scores. All these components or all these parameters will be considered for the edges. And then we apply a sliding window similarity where these subsets will limit the size for the tractable computations. Now, what is the designing node and edge feature for tracking? The node features are re-identification embeddings, tracklet durations, average speed, detection confidence, and normalized and fused for node representation. In edge features, we have cosine appearance similarity, estimated travel time, spatial consistency from the known camera layouts, and normalized fuse to compute edges and weights and pruning threshold. Now, here we have the GNN message passing and identity. What we do here is, first of all, we initialize the node embeddings. When the initialized node embeddings are found out, we pass on the message to the neighbors. The aggregation is done at the neighbors, and these aggregation values are embedded or updated to all others. And then we perform an edge pruning and learn edge functions. This repetition, iterations are performed repeatedly so that we can get the weights, matching weights, and if that weights match, they will be considered for the next, that is tracking output. Now, what similarity metrics and fusion for multi-camera? The similarity metrics are appearance, temporal information, and spatial information. In the training strategy, we have used two-stage supervised learning strategy, where we had used a pre-trained re-identification backbone on Market 1501 dataset and Duke MTMC re-identification dataset. We have performed a supervised GNN labeled multi-camera sequence using triplet and contrastive losses. We also have hyperparameters optimized by hyperparameters, embedding size and GNN depth via cross-validations. This is the results that we have obtained, where we have found out the mostly tracked values, where we have performed a skip count, that is the skip is performed after with a gap of 5, that is skip 0, skip 5, and skip 10. It was found that it is at skip 10, mostly the objects were tracked, and that was 99.12%. And the lowest skipped rate of tracking was 1.34 at skip 5. Now, this is the accuracy that we have found, that is high MOTA with low latency. What I mean by MOTA is multi-object tracking accuracy, which considers false positives, false negatives, and identity switches. We could get an MOTA peak value with 99.14% with minimum processing time, that is 0.27 seconds. The limitations and future work. The domain shift, that is, if the data set is not matching to the this, we would get the re-identification accuracy less. If you have a very adverse condition where occlusion and intentional appearance changes, it will be a drawback for my system. Calibration and spatial priors may be unavailable. The conclusion of my work is the hybrid deep cert plus GNN will improve cross-camera identity preservation. We have achieved a strong MT and ML, that is mostly found and mostly lost. MOTA accuracy that we have achieved is 99% while keeping the low latency rate low. We have a modular design support which is scalable and it can be available for real-time deployments. It provides